Alright everyone, ang bilis ng panahon no? Isang linggo na naman, Thursday na naman. So it's time for our weekly market overview. Okay? Sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam what we do here, tinitignan natin yung PSEI along with the other sectoral indices just to give us an idea of the bigger picture or midterm picture na nagde-develop sa market. Okay, the reason I don't do this every day, na hindi ko tinitingnan yung index araw-araw or yung mga sectoral indices araw-araw, is because I like to give it some room to play out para pwede ko siyang i-assess ng mas mabuti rather than be affected by the ebbs and flows ng daily volatility. Alright? Now, since Thursday tayo, double header tayo, the daily charting session will be coming up a little bit later today. Kapag ka-live na siya, I will be putting the link to that in the description box below. Okay? So, let's start, no? And as always, we'll start with the PSEI weekly chart. So, based on this weekly chart, nung last na tinignan natin, so nandito tayo, di ba, na walang nangyayari. This week, we actually broke above 7,000, albeit briefly, no? We broke above 7,000 only to find na itong high ng right shoulder na to nag-act as resistance. So, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection here. Okay? Nagkaroon tayo ng rejection sa candle na to. Well, obviously, the week isn't closed yet. So, pwede pang bukas, biglang umayos yan. Mag-close tayo above 7,064. And if so, then that's a good thing. Otherwise, let's say na mag-print siya ng medyo semi-bearish na candle like so. Okay? I don't think it's, something to like panic, sell everything, hindi pa naman ganon. But, titignan natin, if ma-break natin tong range lows na to, na nag-form here, tapos mag-hold siya as possible resistance, then we might push down, retest tong trend line na to, then we'll see from there what happens. Kung ma-break pa rin yan, then we might revisit tong 6,000 altogether, kasi yan yung neckline nitong Head and Shoulders eh. Diba? If magbasag yung 6,000, again, then we expect deeper retracement, and baka alam mo yun, hindi maging maganda ang Pasko ng karamihan sa atin. Okay, however, sobrang premature pa yon. As I said, wala pa namang dahilan, at least technically speaking, para mag-panic. For me, it's still looking quite bullish. I just want it sana to close above itong high ng right shoulder na to sooner rather than later. If we can close above tong 7,064, 7,1 na area, then that opens up the possibility na mag-trade tayo within this range. So, 7,000 hanggang 7,400. Then if we can break that, then we can try to aim for, kung ano man, 8,000 and beyond. No? Now, looking at the daily chart, ang nangyayari was, yun nga, as we discussed before, we came down, retested yung support, nag-hold talaga. I was worried for a second there na baka mag-break siya. Then we consolidated here, then we tried to break out, untog. Tapos today, we tried to break out again. Then we closed with the bearish engulfing. Again, the bearish engulfing itself is not the end all and be all, kasi essentially, yes, nag-retrace ka, but you did come back dito sa area of previous consolidation. So, if you were gonna do a retracement move, dyan naman talaga yung natural na pwede niyang puntahan. So, hindi naman nakakagulat na bumalik siya dyan. Ang masama nga is, as we discussed, kung mababasag tong mga levels na to. Okay? So, again, hopefully, tomorrow, Friday, we finish the week strong. And, etong minor retracement na to maging blip lang in the radar. Okay? In the grand scheme of things. Next, let's take a look at the sectoral indices, starting as always with FINA. And the reason we always start with FINA, kasi sa kanya rin yung pinakawalan nangyayari pa. I don't even put lines. Kasi essentially, we're still just ranging in this larger range here. Yes, we are consolidating in the tighter range here, but even there, you're still stuck within that range. Okay? And the reason na hindi ako excited mag-trade ng ganito is kasi hindi pa desidido yung price kung ano ba talaga gusto niyang gawin eh. Yes, if it breaks to the upside, then maybe it wants to push towards tong mga resistances here. But until then, mahirap pangunahan eh. Kasi possible na either A, matrap ka lang dito sa smaller range na to, or B, matrap ka lang sa larger range na to. So, personally, I would like to see more confirmatory or definitive action before making up my mind on what to do regarding this sector. Okay? So, no changes. Ranging pa din. Next, let's take a look at SERV. So, SERV, similar sa PSEI, nagprint tayo ng shooting star here. Okay? Again, not the end all and be all, but kasi lalo na hindi pa tapos yung linggo, no? So, for all we know, we'll finish strong tomorrow. But, obviously, it might be printing some bearish signs, not because tapos na yung bullish move niya, but because time na mag-retrace tayo ng kahit konti. Kasi nakakailan linggo ka na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight weeks na green candles. Diba? So, hindi naman siguro masama kung mag-retrace siya ng konti at kumuha ulit ng buwelo. Okay? So, obviously, if you are bullish ng sa SERV, then you don't want it to fall below here pa rin. Yun yung downfall ng ganitong sunod-sunod na green candle. Mahirap siyang hanapan ng matinong area of support. Kasi nga, tumuloy-tuloy lang siya eh. Nag-overextend siya eh. Kaya ang hirap niyang i-assess na, okay, sige, pwede tayo umabot dito, pwede tayo mag-hold dyan, and so on. So, kung titingnan mo, pure structure lang, okay? Pure structure lang muna. Dito pa rin yung hard stop. However, we do need to see na dito, number 1, na area of consolidation. So, if we do pull back, this area could hold. Okay? The other thing is, kapag ka mas short-term ka mag-trade, then you're probably worried about this area here. If price comes down, retest this area, then mag-bounce tayo, then that's well and good. But if we break this zone, then we're likely in for a deeper retracement na you might not want to be a part of kung mas short-term or mas mid-term ka mag-trade. Obviously, kung mas long-term ka mag-trade, then the fluctuations or the volatility affects you less. However, that being said, ako personally, short to mid-term trader ako. So, I'll be watching out for this area to see what price does if it does pull back here. For all we know, pwede namang mag-console lang siya dito, then we break out again, go for new highs. Okay, so let's watch and see what this does in the upcoming weeks. Alright? Moving on, let's take a look at INDU. So, INDU, slowly but surely, no? Hindi siya parang yung SERV na nag-overextend, pero talagang dahan-dahan yung march niya, dahan-dahan tumataas, and that's good. As we said previously, we are now right into this area of consolidation here with resistance around this area. Okay, hindi ko pa minumove. Let's move it now. Let's move it together. Okay? So, with this area of resistance right there, bakit yan yung area? Kasi this acted as resistance here and as support here, resistance here, support here, and so on. No? So, it's a decent area na pwede natin pag-abangan na pwedeng next pag-untugan nitong INDU. If you're bullish INDU, then that's what you want to see. Either we consolidate here, then continue our run-up. Okay? Kasi wala naman talaga siyang major retracement na pwedeng maganap eh. We did retrace here a little bit. Binalikan natin tong area na to. But nag-bounce tayo agad. Bumalik na tayo dito sa taas. So that's what we want to see. What we don't want to see now is for price to reclaim tong zone na to. Break beneath it. Break below tong 9.7 na area. Find that as resistance. Then we break down. Kasi we might form a head and shoulders pattern right there. And kapag ganon, tinitignan natin kung mababasag ba tong neckline, and if so, baka tumuloy na siya to the downside. Okay? Next, let's take a look at mining and oil. So ito, ang sabi ko last time, medyo pumangit na to, no? Kasi if we were looking at it in the terms na nagko-form siya ng parang ascending triangle around this area, like so, no? Paano nga ba ginawa natin nun? Here and then here, no? Like so, then it was trying to break below it, pero nag-hold so far. Nag-hold so far, and hindi siya tuluyang gumuho. This is largely in part, if I'm not mistaken, sa SEC din, dahil ang laki ng tinaas ng SEC, I'm sure nakatulong siya dito. Diba? Now, if I'm wrong, of course, possible. Baka mali yung pagkaalala ko na part siya ng sector na to, but alam ko kasali siya. So now, what we're waiting to see is if we can break above this ascending triangle, break above tong 10.4 na area, see if we can push higher from there. Bakit hindi lang basta mag-break yung ascending triangle? Kasi parang pag nag-break to at 10,100, mga ganon, 10.2, parang nandyan na agad yung untog eh. Diba? So parang kung ganun din lang naman, mas maganda na yung malinis na break above 10.4 para masabi natin na, uy, okay, malinis na ulit. Dito na yung next na possible resistance natin, then here next. Okay? Now, the bearish naman, at least ngayon, mas may clear cut na tayo na swing low here kasi nag-form na tayo eh. So if we break below here, okay, find that as resistance, then mag-hold, then we break down, then what happens is we likely retest yung 8,000 to 8,1 na area. Okay, and if that doesn't hold, then eto, fair game na to. Moving forward. So guys, paalala ko lang sana bago tayo magpatuloy. If you like what we do here, if you like the videos, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It's one of the few ways for me to be able to tell kung talaga nga bang nakakatulong or nakaka-entertain man lang sana tong mga videos na ginagawa ko. Kasi syempre yun naman yung goal. Gusto kong magturo, pero gusto ko rin na natutulungan ko kayo. Alright? So, moving on, let's check prop. So, prop, wala pa rin nagbago. We're still stuck na possible pa rin na mag-collapse tong head and shoulders pattern na to. And we are still ranging in the same area here. Okay? So, no big changes to this one. I think kung kunwari man bumigay itong range na to the downside, so nag-break tayo below this, no, then baka early indication na yon na magko-follow through tong head and shoulders na pattern. Okay? However, if kunyari we're looking at the bullish scenario and we break above this, we just need to remind ourselves na meron pa ring resistance sa area na to. Dito tayo nag-consolidate before bago bumaksak. So if price pushes up here, hindi nakakagulat kung makahanap tayo muna ng resistance dito. I mentioned before that I would still prefer na makita yung invalidation, meaning a break above itong 3,450, 3,500 na area to invalidate this pattern para masabi natin na clear, may clear range na tayong pinagtatrabahuhan again moving forward here. Okay? So, if mabasag to sa to the downside, then 2,569 yung next possible support area, and if that breaks again, sa 2,000 na tayo magkikita-kita. Okay, if we break above tong 3,450 as we said, then 3,866 to 3,9 yung next possible na area. Then if we can clear that, then dito tayo malamang maghahanap ng konso or untog kasi medyo matagal yung consolidation dito bago tayo bumaksak. Okay? Now let's take a look at hold. So hold, ginagaya lang talaga yung galaw ng index except in this particular instance, hindi natin tines yung high nung right shoulder. Hindi siya nag-fake out, kumbaga. Again, the week is still not done. Pwede pang siya biglang mag-breakout. Okay? And if it does, next week, for sure, mapag-uusapan natin yan. But for now, hindi pa niya nababasag yon. So right now, kung gusto natin magpatuloy yung bullishness, we do want it to break above this sooner rather than later, then possibly target 7.6 next. Ayaw natin makita ngayon is, number one, mabasag tong swing low na to. Okay? Hold beneath, then push lower. Yung initial break, hindi pa yun yung, for me, hindi pa yun yung end of the world, kumbaga. Hindi pa yun yung masama eh. Ang masama is kung mag-break man, hindi niya talaga malabanan, bumaksak. Kasi kapag ganon, yung next support na clear mo is nandito eh. So baka i-revisit natin tong neckline na to dahil doon sa nangyaring yun. Okay? Kasi kung nag-break man siya dito, tas ma-reclaim naman natin agad, okay lang eh. Odds are, we come back into this range here. No harm, no foul. Okay? But if yun nga, mabasag to ng tuluyan, then hindi kaya, hindi mabalikan, then odds are we revisit tong lows. If we're able to break above 7.6, then next na mga highs natin will be this cluster of highs here, which will act as resistance, mga 8.1 na area. Okay, mga 8,000 to 8,188, mga ganon, 8.2 na area, no? Alright guys, so dito tayo nagtatapos para sa ating weekly market overview for this week. I hope na marami kayong natutunan and nagustuhan nyo tong video na to. And again, if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat sa panonood. Good luck and happy trading!